How is up, everyone? It's your boy, So Dat! And today, we're gonna be watching titties on the beach with the new summer banner! It's really not all that exciting, honestly. When I looked at it and I saw Sacred Stones yet again, I'm like, okay, alright. We had Awakening, we have Sacred Stones, we have all those fun things. But what happened to the rest of the series? I've never seen Ike in a swimsuit. I've never seen catgirls in swimsuits. I've never seen anything like Marth in a swimsuit. No. Let's just keep doing Sacred Stones or something else. You know, when asked if I'm going to summon on this banner, all I can say is no. I mean, first of all, the skills themselves are kind of meh. I'm not too interested in this banner in general. I mean, yeah, the real Selena is now in here, and she kind of reminds me of Selena from Escaflowne. I don't even know if anyone even knows about the series at this point. And then there is Josh, who looks kind of like Ace. Yeah, he definitely looks like Ace, and he looks like he just got a little surgery done on his chest, painted his hair red, and now, well, he changed his name to Josh, and there you have it. He's Ace. And then there's Loot. Okay, she looks the same as usual, except she's wearing a swimsuit. That's hot. And then out of completely nowhere, there's Mia and Marth. Doesn't even need to mask herself anymore. I mean, look at this. Look at this swimsuit she's wearing. It's like, look, I've got flat tits and everything, but you know, you can now see my underwear, so now you know that I am actually a female. I still have a cape on. It's somewhat of a cape. Anyway, so it's interesting, but the skills leaves me something to be desired. Let's discuss them, shall we? So Selena comes with the exotic fruit juice, which, well, lately things have been kind of, oh yeah, let's go and debuff the enemy during in combat. Okay, that's great. That's very fun. Everybody's doing it now. I mean, Asnard's doing it now. Josh and Lute can do it. Selena can do it. Everybody can do it now. So being near these guys will reduce your stats and give you a hard time. It's actually not that bad, honestly. It could be very useful, except for the fact that it's a little dangerous to use, depending on how you're planning on using it. If you're doing it in player phase, it's a lot safer, but if you were to, say, oh yeah, I gotta make that bike move a little faster, let's go and debuff the enemy's speed. But unfortunately, to reach two spaces, the enemy have to be a melee, and they have to walk up to you and walk up to bike and hit them. If there's an ever ranged unit, you will expose Josh or Lute into danger. So this is a much safer technique to use for your player phase nonsense, but yeah, I mean, it's cool and all that. I don't know why. I just don't feel as inspired. Maybe because it's better on specialized heroes? Yeah, I think that might be a better way to put it. I mean, it's still pretty much basically attack and speed plus 5 for guys that Josh or Lute fights, or in Selena's case, attack and speed plus 6. Well, her weapon also gets plus 3, so I mean, it's good. It gives stats, but it doesn't do anything else. Well, I suppose battlefield advantages are nice, but like I said before, it could expose you to danger, and I'm not really that big a fan of it. What else does she come with? Attack speed push. Oh, of course, attack speed push. You gotta keep selling that attack speed push. Well, I'm fine with that because my healers needs that kind of crap. Then there's that speed res snag. The snag skill, from what it looks like, if you were to use an assist like reposition, blah 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 blah, and then you will inflict speed minus 6, minus res 6, nearest foes within 4 spaces. When I first saw the description, nearest foe, I thought to myself, oh, maybe it's just the one guy, but then I saw the S at the end of it, so I highly doubt they'll sell a technique these days that only affect one guy, so I have a feeling that everyone within 4 spaces of both unit and target will end up getting debuffed. This is a good debuff skill. I mean, it works with that stupid Micaiah thing, but I don't know. I find myself always debuffing people anyway, and right now, like I said, I've always find that debuffs can, in its own way, become a liability. Although, that's not so bad at this moment, because for player phase debuffs, which is what this kind of is, where you try to initiate on someone and use Micaiah to sweep them, that could work. But then, you know, when it comes to enemy phase and they start using a harsh command and whatever not, then you're screwed. Of course, then there's people like Ike, who just goes, yeah, you debuff me, that's great. I'm gonna have like 7 all stats, I'm gonna rip your face off, that kind of deal. So I don't really know what to say about debuffs these days. I don't think I like them as much as I used to. Now, if this thing were to have guard or something, then we have something to discuss, because I love guard. Guard changes the entire fights and everything. But, of course, it doesn't, so I find the roost skills to still be stronger than snag. At the moment, I'm pretty sure eventually at some point they're going to do something like snag that guards everyone, in which case I would say that's probably better. It depends on the distance traveled. Of course, you also used up a unit's turn by tossing them around, but, you know, that's just the way it is with Ruse as well. At least with Ruse, you can just sit all the way in the back of the map and do it. Though 4 spaces is pretty considerable given the size of the maps in this game. So, it's useful, but it's not my taste. Then let's talk about Josh. Josh, who looks like Ace, has his Coral Bowl, and Coral Bowl does this to, well, with a bowl and defense instead of resistance. That's hot, I guess. Oh hey, he also comes with attack speed link, right? In 2020. Oh, at least he has fortified dev. Ah, yeah, everybody wants +7 dev, right? Yeah. Poor Josh got shafted. Poor man. Of course, Loot herself is pretty much the same way. Speed res -5. And then there is Seal speed res. Seal skill in my 2020? Can this really happen? And then there's speed tactics. Yeah, okay, speed tactics, whatever, dude. So Loot got screwed as well. And then finally, we have this thing. This Mia and Marth thing. They just came out of nowhere. And they have this fun little thing called Summer Strikers, which accelerates specials, you know, blah blah blah, when you units greater than or equal to 25% of start of combat, which is pretty much all the time, and units initiate combat, they get attack speed +5 during combat, and reduce damage from a foe's first attack by 75%. So I want to ask you guys one thing. Doesn't that sound familiar? Well, if you answered yes, it is. It's basically Power Crep Kagero's pref weapon, or refined weapon. Except, you know, instead of like comparing attacks, where she has to put up with, now she doesn't even have to do that. You just have to have like HP 25% or above or equal to. Oh yeah, that's so easy. Like seriously, that's not even a requirement. It might as well just be always active. They just put it there to make it seem like it's a fair weapon. It isn't. And then the reduction is greater at 75% instead of the 50% that Kagero comes with. So yeah, it's not very fair. I mean, both of them are initiate only, so we at least have that. Because if it is first attack by 75% regardless of those phases, then we have a bit of a problem. We have a serious problem on our hands. We would have an extremely broken unit that shouldn't exist. Well, I suppose I could defeat it with 6 Passive Pain Plus to reduce the HP, you know. Anyway, so this fun little thing, as you saw on the video, or you haven't saw on the video, oh hey, Solstice is gonna rip me in half. I'm gonna use, my Sirius, power it up with Wrath. Oops, sorry, I couldn't kill you, but tried. That's Summer Strikers. 75% reduction is pretty sizable, but also, I mean, this isn't something you haven't already seen in Kagero, but this does make a very powerful player phase dagger. Now, is it worth investing on something like that? Probably not. I get a headache just thinking about it. Just like, I don't know. This banner's so boring, and my eyes are twirling because I can't. Ugh, such a boring banner. Anyway, then she comes with speed, dev, snag, and you already know my thoughts on snag. Attack speed gap. Oh, that's cute, adorable. So they're unique skill though, making them the first of these, or what do I call it? Heroes. They're like some kind of stupid hero name. Harmonized. That they're harmonized. They have resonant skills. Okay. So what it does is that it grants resonance blade to your allies unit and allies on the same titles as unit. So basically, if you're using people from Awakening or from I'm guessing both Path of Radiance and Radiant Dawn, then you will receive the power of attack and speed +4. Okay, well, that's cute. The other dual skills have many map-changing effects, so I mean, I can understand why this one's a little bit of a nerfed and weakened setup. Where, yeah, I mean, her setup is a little weaker, but I can use it every 3 turns. Like it fucking matters. Most of the fighting usually settles within 3 turns. It's certainly not very helpful in Aether raids, I'll tell you that much. You want to like be decisive, clean them up in like a few turns. Every turn matters, and now you have this silly skill that you can only activate every 3 turns. I don't know. I mean, like the earliest I make an assault usually is like at the very least turn 2 or 3. I like to not rush too much because there are some preparations that needs to be made, and by that time it's already kind of late to reactivate the skill again. It's really kind of pushing it. Yeah, but generally you probably should be able to get it twice, but at that point it kind of doesn't really matter. So, I'm not a huge fan, but you know what? It really doesn't matter with current knowledge, because this stupid thing, I'm sure, is for that new game mode that they're cooking up with, and I hate shit like that. I absolutely hate garbage that uses like, oh, a unique hero class and new game mode and shit that revolves around said class. Look, dude, I don't give a shit about that crap. I want to play a game mode that is fun and doesn't require you to have like a duo hero or these resonant bonding here. I don't even remember the name anymore. It's so stupid. Honestly, I hate this shit so much. I don't want new game modes and revolving around them. I want just new game modes, period. You know how in Arknights there's now this contingency contract stuff? This contingency contract stuff is very interesting. It basically challenges you to give your team multiple debuffs, and the more debuffs you put onto your team, the higher you score. So it's a test of skill. Well, I guess a test of your unit's strength as well, but a lot of it has to do with, oh, hey, okay, so now you can't run defenders, you can't run guards, you can't run healers, you can't run range units, that sort of stuff, and then you also increase enemy damage, increase enemy speed, that kind of stuff. That's interesting. It doesn't have any restrictions. It's not like, oh, hey, only these guys could play. Unless, they're restricted through the rules of the game, but it's not something that is ironclad. Whereas in this game, it's like, oh, hey, if you don't have this hero, you can expect your score to be garbage. It's like, hey, if you don't have any of these mythic heroes in the shield battles, you can kiss your ass goodbye. The shield battles aren't even fun anyway. What do? You defend, and then that's it. I guess it kind of could be fun, but, well, it doesn't really matter if you don't have those mythic heroes giving you points, so it's like what you do is just kind of garbage. I like the idea of Aether Raids doesn't have to require these things. That's what makes Aether Raids interesting to me, because then, they started doing the bonus units, then there's the mythic units, and yada yada yada, with giving more points, and blah 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 blah. So it's like, Come on, man, I just want to play the game. I don't want to have to play the game with my hands tied because, oh, I gotta have these units. I got to have these units. It's not a matter of an option. You have to have these units. If you don't have these units, you don't get points. And it's kind of a bummer. But I suppose it doesn't really matter. These points, and in the end, you just buy like some toilet papers and such like that. If you don't care about points, I think that is the ultimate bliss in this game, because then you can just do whatever the fuck you want. I mean, yeah, you don't really care about the rewards because they don't honestly matter all that much. It's good, but they don't really matter all that much. So I mean, I know a lot of people get frustrated because, oh yeah, I can't get into an arena, so and so and so, I can't get into so and so and so. But if you were to ignore these things altogether and just play the game for what it is, a waifu collector thing, then you know, you could actually have a pretty decent time. But still, the idea of building a game mode around these things, though, is just, it just doesn't sit well with me. It would be nice if we can just have a nice little game mode without worrying about having this and that hero. But anyway, that's about it for my little rant, and ranting is kind of fun. I mean, I have got nothing better to do. I got a day off today, so I'm going to go and I'm going to try and see if I can't keep President Obaro in Tier 21, just for shits and giggles. And then I'm going to go play something else. I think today I might go play some Three Kingdoms. Yeah, I think that's what I will do. Maybe. Anyway, so that's about it for our discussion for today. I thank you all for joining. Until next time.